Nish, please take your ungoverned rage to the podium.
Hello, I'm Nish Kumar. You may recognise me from political comedy programmes or indeed Nando's. But I'm not here to talk about the news or hot chicken. I'm talking cinema. Yes, this is the latest in the franchise that is the Nish Kumar movie quiz. And let me tell you, there's nothing like the fifth movie in a franchise. And that's what's inspired my round. Nish Kumar, movie quiz 5, a good day to quiz hard. This time, it's personal. You'll be posed some questions, each about a different fifth film in a franchise.
Oh, no.
For each one, you must channel your inner Hollywood producer and invent a ridiculous but believable answer. But wait! There's a plot twist. Wiki wiki! When we get to the end, whoever's tricked the most people into picking their fakes will win a bonus point. Are you ready? Of course you are! Let's begin! OK, question number 1. In 1989's Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, who does Captain James T. Kirk go in search of? Who does James Tiberius Kirk go in search of? OK, your fake answers are in. Remember, 3 of these are fake and 1 of them is correct. Let's now look at the 4 answers. So, was Captain Kirk looking for A, the Lost Temple of Najiva?
Thank you, Rosie.
B, God. C, more initials. Or D, his dad, Trevor. Pick a plot point now.
Oh.
What is the Lost Temple of Najiva?
Don't make out that you didn't know what that was. OK, let's see what answers you picked. Maisie, what did Captain James T. Kirk go in search of?
I've put God.
Yep.
Rosie Jones, what did you put?
I think his daddy called Trevor.
Richard Ayoade.
God.
Oh.
The correct answer is, in fact, God.
Of course it is.
Now, let's see who gave us these 3 fake answers. Amazingly, Rosie Jones.
Well, I've done something very clever.
Yeah, I thought you did that.
Najiva is the anagram for...
Vagina.
Vagina!
I'm no countdown expert, and even I got that.
That means points go to Maisie and Richard.
I need them.
For question 2, what I want to know is, what was the full name of Leprechaun 5? Which, by the way, stars the formidable acting duo of Warwick Davis and Mr. Ice-T.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Of course it was. It's the noughties.
OK, let's see what the options are. What was the full name of Leprechaun 5? Was it one of these options? The Haunted Shamrock, Leprechaun Down Under, Leprechaun in the Hood, or This Time It's Racist? So, which one of these do you think is the real full name of Leprechaun 5?
I haven't even heard of the first 4 leprechauns.
OK, let's go through your answers. Maisie, what did you go for?
I thought maybe Leprechaun in the Hood.
Rosie Jones.
Same in the hood.
Richard Ayoade.
Of course it's in the hood.
It is, of course, Leprechaun in the Hood.
That's right.
Now, let's see who's responsible for each one of these, in their own way, monstrosities. So, it was Maisie who came up with the Haunted Shamrock, Rosie who came up with Leprechaun Down Under, and Richard who came up with This Time It's Racist, which is actually the name of the title of the 2nd volume of Richard's memoirs.
Yes.
Question 3. What was the tagline to the Moscow set masterpiece, Die Hard 5, A Good Day to Die Hard? Write your fake answers now. It's an interesting movie, this one. And I'm using interesting there incorrectly.
OK.
OK, what have you suggested could be the tagline for the Russian set Die Hard 5, A Good Day to Die Hard? We've got, he put in a lot of effort. Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Russia.
That is strong.
From Russia with hate, and this time it's racist. I think somebody's trying to get a catchphrase going. Which one of those 4 options do you believe was the real tagline of Die Hard 5, A Good Day to Die Hard?
Oh, I don't know. I'm stuck between two. And I need the points. I really need the points.
I am delighted to see somebody finally taking this show seriously. Maisie, what did you go for?
I've gone for Yippee-Ki-Yay, Mother Russia.
Rosie Jones, what have you gone for?
The same.
OK.
You've gone for Yippee-Ki-Yay, Mother Russia?
Yes,
Richard?
it has to be. I mean, a pun of that standard,
Yeah.
you only get on the 5th go.
The correct answer is, of course, B. It was Yippee-Ki-Yay, Mother Russia.
I nearly went C.
Hang on.
Now, let's see who made up what. Maisie, he put in a lot of effort. Very nice.
Very nice.
Rosie, from Russia with Hate.
Another strong pun.
And, of course, the future T-shirt slogan, this time it's racist. So, question 4. Let's end with a question about gruesome demises. In Final Destination 5, how does the character Isaac die while visiting a Chinese spa?
Mate, spoiler alert.
I don't think it's a spoiler alert to suggest that somebody dies in a Final Destination
Yeah, but
franchise film,
Isaac?
Richard.
I love Isaac.
The deaths in Final Destination are so outlandish, though,
Yeah.
aren't they?
This is an extraordinary franchise of outlandish deaths, so you really need to factor that in when you're making up your BS answer.
OK.
OK. How did the iconic character of Isaac reach his final destination? Let's have a look at the options. Was he A, crushed by a Buddha? B, boiled in a hot tub? C, he dies naturally in his sleep? Or D, he drowns in sweet and sour sauce?
Oh, I'd love that.
You would love to drown in sweet and sour sauce?
It is so tasty.
You know you can get the exact same sensation from just eating it.
Have you all picked one of your deaths?
Gosh, I think
Yeah.
we've all picked our own deaths.
OK, Maisie, which one did you think was the real method of Isaac, spoiler alert's death?
I think Isaac was boiled in a hot tub.
Rosie Jones, how do you think he died?
I think he was crushed by a Buddha.
Boiled in a hot tub, crushed in a Buddha. These are all fantastic titles of album tracks. Richard?
I also feel he was crushed by a Buddha because I think no one here is so insensitive to suggest that.
Yeah, so let's look at the correct answer. It was, of course, he was crushed by a
Of course he was
Buddha.
crushed by a Buddha.
Now, let's see who made up what. Now, before I give you the final scores of
Okay.
this round, let me tell you that 2 players have got bonus points for being the people who successfully tricked their co-competitors. And those 2 people are Maisie and Rosie!
Yeah!